Hello, this is Jay Inslee, Superintendent of Mulvane Schools. We're just reaching out to you, the families and students and staff of Mulvane Schools, USD 263, just to give you a video update on where we are as a district with the latest happenings in the county and state and nation. Thank you for your time in allowing me to do this. I hope you enjoy it and find it beneficial. First, I think you've probably seen from the building principals and the building level a lot of communication from them for plans and opportunities, and you'll probably be hearing from some teachers as well if you haven't already in the near future. I know that communication has increased, and a lot of plans are in place, and we're still working on those. Um, also, as you're probably aware, Sedgwick County has issued a stay-at-home order. And part of my purpose here today is to update you on how does that affect our students, how does it affect our staff and our community, and what do we do to move forward. And so hopefully I can cover that today. And once again, I know you're getting a lot of information, so I don't want to overwhelm you, but I just want you to be aware and to be informed on the discussions that are happening at the district level. So I'll do my best to help you out with that. First, I want to reiterate that as we continue to plan and move forward, safety and health is the absolute and utmost important thing that we discuss on every decision. And that's going to come into play here as well with this stay-at-home order. I'll mention that here in a little bit. But first, for our students and families, the meals. How does this affect our meals? At this point, the stay-at-home order does exempt schools and school personnel as essential or emergency personnel and staff. So we are going to do everything we can to continue to offer meals as planned, doing this with safety and health at once again the forefront of our minds, and doing this through a very careful curbside type of status. So today was day one. We had 577 responses or requests for meals today, and I feel very strong that will continue, if not increase. And so thank you for your involvement there. I also want to thank the food service staff for all that they've done. They have really been working hard and putting those plans together. So thanks so much. So as we move forward, we will try to continue to offer those meals unless we are told otherwise. So just be aware of that. Second, students' personal items. We've been organizing, planning, and you have been communicated with and scheduling times that you can come to the schools and pick up those student personal items. That will also be done with a curbside structure where you pull up, a box would be brought out, trying to eliminate any risk or contact and really make that easy for you. And I really want to thank our staff, teachers, paras, all the way around that have put in a lot of time to organize that and make that go into action. I really appreciate that. We all do. We also feel that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with the student belonging, it still is allowable under the stay-at-home order, as we are once again essential personnel. And as long as we are being careful and keeping health at the forefront of how we do that and how we interact and drop these boxes to you, I think we are certainly going to continue with our plans there. Next are the continuous learning plans for education and for individual students and for staff. These are in the early discussions as far as what is this going to look like for the buildings, for students, and for our staff. And there will be more development of that throughout this week and into next week, specifically next week. And a big part of this is just going to be communication to families and questions from teachers to families as far as what kind of needs do you have, what are some things that might be barriers, or have you been receiving the communications? Are you aware of the meals? So you'll be hearing from some teachers about that, and you'll be contacted about that. If you have not been contacted, please make sure at the end of next week, by the next week some point, if you've not been contacted, please make sure to reach out and make sure we are aware of that. So, so next week, once again, the continuous learning plans will be developed, will be organized, and each building is going to do that a little differently as the different levels require that of education. So thank you for your patience with that, and I appreciate the staff and your patience with that as well. I know it's not easy really changing how we offer education, how we think about things. It's truly a paradigm shift. So I commend you and appreciate you. So the continuous learning plans, once again, is a focus next week. You'll be hearing more from buildings and us about that as well. And finally, the essential personnel and staff that we have here in the district, and that comes into play because of the stay-at-home order that has been placed on us. So we'll be discussing modified schedules, the approach that we're going to take as a district to make sure that we are reducing as much as possible the risk and exposure for this virus. So the approach that we're right now discussing and that we have as a team come up with is to really go to as much of a remote process as possible as a district. And I'm talking primarily to staff at this point, that we're really going to try to make this a, once again, remote process, only using essential staff. And what does that look like for us? What does that look like for our staff and community? And so more information we'd like to send out at the end of this week about what we're going to do to modify our schedule going forward as a district to really answer to this stay-at-home order, and then to also, more importantly, make sure that you are safe, healthy, not put in harm's way, and that we're being sensitive and considerate of how you are doing your job and the risks that go along with that. So once again, we'll be using essential personnel, and we'll be contacting those of you who will consider essential personnel, and talking to you about a schedule and how that might be modified and how you are involved with that. And for those of you that are essential, that we'll be going above and beyond, and how we can help you with your efforts and help you out for what you're doing for us and for our community and kids. So that being said, thank you for your grace. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we develop further plans as we move forward. These are the high order thinking discussions that we're having at this point, and as every hour and as every day passes us by, things are changing, and they're changing rapidly. So I really appreciate, and we all appreciate, how wonderful you have been in understanding how we've navigated this. So I will be getting back to you with another video update, hopefully sooner than later, but possibly by the end of this week or sooner. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact your building principal. Feel free to contact central office here. And if you're having any technological questions or issues, Mr. Thomas Schmitz is our technology director, and you can email him at tschmitz@usd263.org. Once again, that would be tschmitz@usd263.org if you have any questions on the technology end at this point. So I will be signing off here. Thanks again, all staff members, students, patrons, and family members of USD 263 for what you're doing. Stay safe and stay healthy, and let us know how we can help. Thank you.